Hey everyone, I hope you all are safe and doing good. So in the series of learning C++ programming language, in the previous video we have seen array of vectors and vector of vectors. Right, so I hope vectors are clear to you guys. Vector, pair, vector of pair, array of vector, vector of vector. Right, now in this video we will be discussing next topic, which is strings in C++. Everything about strings with the help of program we will see in this video. Right. Now, see, C++ provides two ways of a string representation basically. One is C style strings and one is C++ strings. Both are different, right? So both we will discuss, or you can say C style character strings and one is C++ strings. These both are different. Okay, I hope now if you have gone through the previous videos of mine, that C programming videos, then you are aware about C style strings, how to use these strings, the member function, what are the functions we can use in these strings, not member function, functions, right? C++ strings are different, right? So first we'll just revise and we'll see what are C style strings in this video with the help of proper program. And in the next video we'll see some drawbacks of these strings and why these strings are useful, right? So this thing, the C++ strings, we'll discuss in next video, right? So first we'll be discussing C style strings. Okay, if you want to store one character, then how to store? We simply take a variable of char type like char C and a single character I want to store, so it would be in single quote like A. If you want to store one integer, then like int I is equal to 1. This is how we are going to store. If you want to store more than one integer, so array of integers, so we can write something like this, array 10, and here we can store 1, 2, 3, like this, more than one integer, right? But what if we want to store the complete name like Jayanti Khatri, Jenny's lectures, or like hi, welcome, these things, complete sentence. These are, we can say, array of characters. More than one character I want to store, not only single character. In that case, we can use a character array. So how we can use, like char and ch, and here I can provide like 5, length is 5, and simply I can store more than one character here, like JENNY. The size is 5, so I am storing 5 characters here. So this is character array. Actually it's not a string, it is character array. It is having a sequence of, or you can say more than one character, right? Character array is not having null at the end, right? So yeah, this is fine, this is character array. But if I write something like this, like char and ch 5 or Jenny. If I write Jenny like this in double quote, a single, this is what? String literal. These are sequence of characters in double quotes. So these are known as string literals. These are constant. We cannot change these string literals, right? And string literals are always ended with null character. So that is why I have taken the size 6, because 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for these characters and 1 for null. So 6 we need. Compiler automatically add null at last while we are storing. So in memory, this would be stored something like this, Jenny and null character. So total is 6. If you write here char 5 and like this, if you want to store, this will give error. It can store only 4 characters and 1 null character, right? But this is fine. This is character array. Individual characters you are storing, so this will not give any error. But if you are storing this string literal, then it will give error, because these are always ended by default automatically with null character, just to indicate the end of the string. And why null character is useful, that also I'll show you, I'll tell you in this video, right? So C++ use this null character just to indicate the end of the string. So if I declare this something like this character array like char ch and no size, it will give error. You have to give the size, right, at first. If I write something like this, char ch no size is equal to Jenny's lectures, this is fine because we have initialized this character array with this string literal here only, so it will automatically, you know, calculate the size. That is fine. But if you don't initialize and something like this, if you write, this will give error, right? So here it should be 6, otherwise it will give error. 6 or more than 6 is fine, right? Because 1 is for null character, the last one. And if I write something like this, char array and 10, or char, suppose name 10, right? So in memory, like I have 10 characters I can store, right? And after that, if I write something like this, name is equal to Jenny, will it work? No. In C, it will not work, right? Because it is character array, name, right? And string literal is also, you know, evaluates to location, right? So means we are here assigning one location to another location. Character, this array name is also containing location or address, right? So we can't assign these kind of things, a string literal to a character array in C. This will give error, right? Because this is character array in C, right? But here what we can use here in C, we have, if you want to copy this Jenny to here, this name, you can use a function string copy, strcpy. There are many functions, string copy, string compare, to find out string length we have strlen, and for concatenation also we have some function. So this thing we'll see, these all these functions we'll see with the help of program, right? So here what you can say, if I ask you what is the drawback if you use this C style strings, then what is the drawback, the main drawback? Think and write down in comment section. See, one drawback is here you have to give the size, right, at compile time only. So if I want to ask from the user, enter your name. So maybe my name is containing only 5 characters, someone name is containing 10 characters, someone name is containing 20 characters. So I don't know. There is no fixed size of name, right? So one way is I can use here, let's take maximum size 50, because name cannot have more than 50 characters. So let's take maximum one, right? But suppose if I enter only Jenny, so Jenny is going to take only 6 bytes, right? 5 and 1 is for null. Remaining 44 are just a wastage, right? So this is main drawback of using these type of strings. What if you don't have to give size here, and at runtime only when you enter the username, it will automatically take any length, username of any length, that would be fine. So that is, we can do this thing in C++ strings. See, in C++, string is a data type, but in C, string is not a data type. This point you need to take care. String is a character array. So we can say string in C is a sequence of character terminated with null character. Null character is just to indicate the end of the string, right? Because if you want to find out like this here, if you want to initialize a string with this sequence of characters, then you have to explicitly give here null character. Now it is a string, okay? With obviously here you have to give size 6, or without size also you can initialize this, automatically the size would be calculated, right? Or use direct a string literal, you can give this constant, this is also fine. If a compiler say this kind of thing, string or you can say more than one character within double quotes, then it will automatically append null character at the end in the string, automatically compiler, right? Just to indicate end of the string. So like this also we can initialize string in C, or without giving size also we can initialize string. So these are like, you can say, 4 ways to initialize and declare strings in C. Right. Now if you want to print the string Jenny, or if you want to calculate the length, then suppose I want to print like C out and I just want to print this CH. So first here in CH, obviously the name character array or this name will contain address of the first character. So it will first print J, then next character E, then N, then Y. When to stop? The condition is as soon as it will see a null character, stop. No need to print further. Right? And if there is no null character, then when this compiler is going to stop, there is no termination condition. That is why this null is compulsory. That is why this null is useful in string. Right? And if you want to find out length, then also we just find out the length of the string, and once we find out that function, like we have strlen, once this function find out, the termination condition is once it will find out null character, stop. So length of the string would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if there is no null character, then when to stop? No termination condition. So I don't know, it will give definitely any garbage value, or any undesired output, right? That is why ending of the string, to indicate end of the string, is important, and that would be indicated with this null character. What if any input, if I write something like this, null and then while, so what would be printed? Only JENN, because as soon as it will find out null means terminate, it is end of the string. Further, if there is anything, nothing would be printed, only this is printed. Okay, now let's do some coding exercise. With the help of one program, we will see C style strings, all the functions what we can use, strlen, how to find out length of the string, how to compare two strings, string concatenation and all, right? So let's create a new file here and include those header files. Now we take first, suppose we are taking name, first name, last name and full name, 3 strings, C style strings. So first name and maximum size, I'm just giving 20. We can't take more than 19 characters in first name. Here, this is, you can say, main drawback of using C style string. You have to specify the size at compile time only, right? So we have these 3 strings, right? Right now we are having any garbage value in these strings. So if you want to check out, you can just print any string, like first name. If you want to print, let's run this and I'll show you, it will give any garbage value. See, there is no first name right now. We haven't initialized this string. So if you want to initialize now this f name, then suppose from user we will ask using cin, we can take first name, and same we can ask for second name, last name, and then we can simply print first name, last name. And if you want to print how many, the length of the first name, length of second name, means the number of characters in first name and second name, then we have functions strlen. But for that, to use that function, you have to include one header, that is C string. If you are using C style string, then you have to include this header C string. Here you have, all those functions, string length, string compare, string concatenation and all. So let's use now string length function. See out, if you want to print like hi, your first name has how many characters, that we can find out using this function strlen. See, we have strlen. But if you do not include this header file, then there is no strlen. See, it will give error, right? strlen and I want to find out length of first name, this much of characters, then ENDL and your last name has same function strlen, and this time I want to find out number of character in last name. Let's divide this. It's strlen, na? So let's run this and see this function is working or not. First, just comment out this thing. Enter your first name, Jenny, last name, Khatri. Hi Jenny, your first name has 5 character and your last name has 6 character. So yeah, it's working fine. And if you want to copy their first name and last name in full name, then we have a function strcpy. So full name, in full name I want to copy first name. It will copy from right to left. So whatever is there in right side, it will copy this thing to this side. So first name to full name it will copy. Right. Then after Jenny I want a space, then Khatri. So now in full name I have Jenny. So how to concatenate space, how to put space in last. So we can just, for that we have a concatenation function. I mean full name I have only Jenny. So after that I want space. So it is going to concatenate space. After space I want Khatri. So same str concatenation and full name, comma, whatever is there in last name it will concatenate last name to full name. Here we are not using string copy again. Suppose if you use again string copy, maybe you think while copying first name we have used strcpy. So here also we can use strcpy while copying last name and it will work fine. Okay, let's see. See out. Now I just want to print full name. That's it. Let's run this. See, it is printing only Khatri. Your last name has 6 character and then it is printing only Khatri rather than full name Jenny Khatri. Why so? Because here in full name I have Jenny, right? After concatenation of this space I have Jenny and 1 space. After copying this full name, last name to full name, now it will copy last name, whatever is there in full name. So it will erase whatever is there in full name in that string and it will copy only last name, that is Khatri. So now Jenny space is gone and only Khatri is there. So solution is not string copy, we use here string concat. Now it will concatenate this Jenny space and then Khatri. It will print these things. Let's run this and I will show you. See, Jenny Khatri, right? So this is how we can use these functions. And if you want to compare two strings, we can use string compare like, sorry, not if, let's simply compare strcmp. I'm just comparing obviously first, I'm just comparing first name and last name, and we know these are not same. First name string is different, last name is different, and we are just comparing. So this string compare will return 0 if both are same, otherwise it will return any value like maybe positive value or negative value. It depends on the ASCII value of the characters it is comparing, right? In detail, we have discussed all these functions when we were discussing those C programming. So you can check out that playlist, C programming playlist, right? So we just put here if this string compare, if this thing equal to 0. So here we will just comment out this thing and we use only string compare. So let's run this, and Jenny and last name is Khatri. So see, not equal, because Jenny Khatri is not equal. Again, if I run this, and if you enter same string like Jenny and last name is also Jenny, so the both strings are equal. So this is how comparing two strings we can use string compare. And also to change lowercase to uppercase or uppercase to lowercase, there are also functions like to upper, to lower. Those functions also you can use. But one thing I just want to tell you, if you directly take full name, let's just comment out all these things, right? And from user, I'm asking enter full name, and I have the name, full name of that character is full name, right? And after taking input, I'm just printing whatever is there in this full name. Let's run this and see. Enter full name, and I'm entering Jenny space Khatri. So see, it is taking only Jenny, because it is printing Jenny only, no Khatri. Because this extraction, this operator will take Jenny, but as soon as it see a white space, it will stop, right? So only Jenny it will print. But if you want to take this complete Jenny Khatri with space and all, so we have one more solution of this. We have this getLine function, getLine, and here we can write down this full name. Full name and how many characters, till suppose 50, because the size is 50. You have to give here that name of that string, character array, and the length, 2 things. Now it will stop after 50 characters. Or if you enter, or if you press any new line, like while I'm entering, I'm just one line is finished, I'm just entering to next line, then it will stop taking input from user. So let's run this. Jenny, like maybe Khatri, Lamba, and as soon as I hit enter, it is going to stop taking input and it will print the complete name, right? Or it will stop if you don't press enter, it will stop once you have entered 50 character. So you can use, it is your assignment, you can use that to upper, to lower function to convert these your first name, last name or full name into uppercase or lowercase. Those to upper, to lower, these are, this will work like this function. To upper, this function will work on a single character, or to lower, it will accept a single character, right? But here you want a string to convert to uppercase or lowercase, so you can use this thing in for loop. One by one each character would be converted. So this is your assignment. You have to convert first this full name to uppercase, then take input in uppercase and then convert that into lowercase. And then after converting uppercase and lowercase, then you should compare using strcmp, like both uppercase and lowercase are same or not, then compare. This is your assignment, right? So I hope now you are familiar with C style character strings, character arrays. Okay, this type of string also C++ supports. We can use this thing also, right? Otherwise we can use, because of these drawbacks, the fixed size, we have to give the size at the time of compile time only. We use C++ strings. In those, string is a data type, itself a data type, right? So this thing we will see in next video. So now I'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye, take care.